typically people put out the album of the summer in May, and it becomes the album of the summer. Drake is sitting on an album and just kind of waiting. Like,
yeah, his will be out, I think, in the next 2 months.
Yeah, but even that in the world of music, that's a long time. Like, in terms of we're sitting on it, it's done, we're just kind of waiting. That means, like, okay, so September, people go back to school, people start getting back in more of a routine. I think you're going to start to see a lot of albums come out in the fall, the winter, because people are wrapping them up now. I think now it's a lot clearer to see where shows are going to be able to be had. So say even 3 months ago, people were kind of like, it looks like it's coming to an end, but we're not sure. And these big artists aren't planning one show at a time. Maybe if they're doing big festivals.
Yeah.
But they're not like, oh yeah, we have one show of my tour is in Toronto on this day. And then 3 months later, there's another one. And no. So, like, I think now people are starting to say, okay, we're going to be able to go here, 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 right? I don't know what the general streaming levels are at, like, right now. Like, if people are generally listening to less music, I bet they're generally listening to less new music. Like, people are listening to, like, they're out on the boat, they're listening to Tom Petty, or, they're kind of partying, music is on in the background. They're driving somewhere, talking to their friends on a road trip, music's kind of on in the background. I think a lot of people are not in, hey, I'm looking for new music mode right now. They're like, I was locked away in my room for a year and a half, and it's summer, and my friends are here, and, like, they're not talking about the new Drake album that's coming out.
There's always, like, a pool mix or a barbecue mix or golfing, like, boat. Like, it's the same type of music. Like you're saying, you got Jimmy Buffett. Like, there's certain, just the classic songs. I do think the passing of Biz Markie, his music probably has a little spike going on right now. But again, that's not new. We're not talking anything new here. Largely, there are times people want new music. COVID was a time where people could give new music. Like, you're fine. I actually would guess, if I had to, that Russ's weekly releases right now aren't doing as well as they used to do in ratio. He probably has more fans now than he did back when he used to do that. But I feel like at a certain extent, when you're going on a boat or you're doing stuff with your friends, I don't know many friend groups that are looking for new music together.
New music isn't the focus right now. Big tours are just starting. They're just getting in gear, like this month. And they're starting to go through the end of the year. But a lot of the big artists, their big tours that they've announced are for the beginning of next year. Because they want to be able to plan 30 shows out, because they're booking humongous arenas. They're trying to make $500 million, not $50K at one show here and then 3 months later at another one. So they plan these things out. The logistics behind a big-ass tour like that for a big artist, if you're a Taylor Swift, if you're a Ariana Grande, if you're a Justin Bieber, if you're a Drake, Beyonce, Jay-Z, like that, they're not planning 2 or 3 shows at a time. If they're going on tour, they're going on tour to make $400 million and do 40 shows at big-ass arenas.
They're also planning around each other because they also want a new release before they do this. They're not going out on a tour before they release new music. And they're not going to release new music. Justin Bieber's not releasing new music at the same weekend as Beyonce. Even if they're not signed to the same label, they're talking because everyone understands there's only so much time these people have. And if you're in the same area, you're not fighting for that. Kanye wasn't going to release this weekend with Pop Smoke. He's not stupid. He'll wait a few weeks and, like, do this private thing that he's doing instead. The festivals, really, you're not going to hear much new music at a festival this year.